Hello and welcome to Birmingham Goes Live, brought to you by Guild TV. I'm Claire.
And I'm Maeve.
We hope you all had a great Christmas and we'd like to welcome you back to Guild TV and to what we hope will be a great term here at Birmingham.
We have some very exciting things coming up for you on this week's episode of Birmingham Goes Live, including a visit from the university's sabbatical team and a live music performance by Autumn Evans.
But first of all, we'd like to welcome Jack, who's here today to talk to us about his role in the Student Mentor Scheme.
Hello, thank you for having me.
You're very welcome in the studio today. So can you tell us a little bit about what the Mentor Scheme is?
Sure, so the Student Mentor Scheme provides advice and guidance to students living in university accommodation. We're a part of the Guild and there's a team of 12 students who, like me, work alongside their studies to support students. We provide advice on a whole range of things from finance to perhaps falling out with your flatmates, or you might have had a grievance in the family and you need help with how your studies can continue in kind of difficult circumstances. So a whole range of things, and certainly the most fun part of the job for me is events that we run throughout the year. So events for international students who might be new to the UK and want to meet other people and work out how to integrate into the British culture. A whole array of things, which is really good fun.
Yeah, it sounds really interesting. And how did you become involved? Was it a recent thing or?
I'm doing my master's at Birmingham now, and I found out about the job in first year. So I applied in first year and then started at the beginning of second year in moving in weekend in Freshers Week, thrown in at the deep end. Supposed to know everything as these new students and their parents are tapping you on the shoulder, asking all sorts of questions. The parents want to know more than the students do. The students just want parents to go away and stop embarrassing them. But ever since then, it's been a great eye-opener into what else you can get involved with in the Guild. I mean, now I'm sat in front of Guild TV, active member of Burn FM and other societies. So yeah, it's just been so much fun.
So if a student wanted to get in contact with the Mentor Scheme, how would they do that?
There's a whole kind of range of different ways. We've got an office which is in Shackleton Reception on the Vale. Half of all kind of students in halls live on the Vale, so it's a great kind of convenient location for them to come and see us. Or we can go to their flat and talk there in kind of a bit more kind of personal, comfortable environment. We've got Facebook, Twitter, phone, good old-fashioned email, absolutely anything. So the idea is that it's not a really formal kind of log a call in the university's My BHAM system and we get back to you 2 weeks later. It's much more students helping out other students.
Yeah. Would you have any advice for a student who is perhaps a bit shy or embarrassed about a problem? What would be the best sort of way to approach the scheme?
I suppose all I could say is we've heard and seen pretty much absolutely everything. And so there's no need to be kind of embarrassed or worried. And of course, every conversation with us is confidential as well. I know sometimes students are a bit concerned that perhaps talking to other students, they might go home and gossip about it with their friends and stuff like that. And I can completely understand that kind of concern, but they can rest assured that it's a very professional service, despite it being quite informal and casual at the same time.
And if a student wanted to become a mentor, how would they go about doing that?
Now is a good time of year. Our applications for new mentor recruitment has just opened on our website. So log on to the Guild of Students website and the application form is available under the Student Mentor section, and they can find all sorts about what the job entails and how to go about applying all online.
That's great. And for those of you who are perhaps interested in the scheme, we're going to play a short video which will give you a bit more insight into the scheme and probably a craving for Skittles, I might add.
Think of the Skittle as representing one full day at university, which, we hope, would bring a smile to all of our faces as we recall, reflect and look forward to our coming successes.
So, we put our heads together and calculated that you in fact have a total of 1,096 days of university life, and yes, we counted out every single one. Within that, 486 of those days are spent on holiday, leaving only 610 days at university itself. So the real question is, what are you doing with your time? Let's delve a little deeper.
Sleep. We all need it, but it does mean that you spend a dizzying 203 days sleeping. If you're struggling to sleep, then make sure you speak to someone about it.
We've found that the average student spends 51 days independently studying and sits through 44 days worth of contact time. That doesn't really sound like too much arduous work, does it?
You'd be surprised that we also spend 12 days just travelling to and from campus.
Right, so you've done some sleeping, a little study, and a touch of exercise. Now you need some money, every student's ball and chain. But who wouldn't want a little extra cash? Part-time job. Time is money after all, or 36 days to be exact, so you might as well make the most of it. If you're having issues with money or are getting stressed about a part-time job, then please come and talk to us.
But let's not forget that you need to fuel yourself. The total time for food shopping equates to 9 days and a further 35 days eating and preparing it.
Now let's set aside a good 14 days of cleaning. After all, those pizza boxes from the night before won't be moving anywhere themselves, and we all know what a pain last night's pre-drinks can be to tidy up. If communal living isn't what you're used to, or if you're not getting along well with your housemates, come and have a chat.
So, after scrubbing God knows what off the floors and work surfaces of your student home, there's nothing like a hot shower. We spend a staggering 20 days a year bathing.
We also spend 6 days sitting on the toilet.
Anyway, you now have only 180 days left. I think that speaks for itself, so let's move on.
With all the hard work and toil of a busy student comes the opportunity to kick back and watch your favourite TV programme. For 64 days apparently. I think you'll agree that we love Netflix and box sets. Well, when I say Netflix, I mean hard-hitting, socio-political documentaries. Not Breaking Bad, obviously.
Anyway, while some are tuning into some good TV, others are glued religiously to Facebook. Yes, acknowledge that we are the social network generation with our hashtags, smileys and status updates. We spend 76 days Instagramming and Facebook chatting. So have a think for a second. How much time do you spend on a social networking site?
As luck would have it, we now come to our stereotypical pastime, social drinking. Yep, on average a whole 37 days are spent drinking, playing games and going out. Work hard, but by all means throw off the shackles of essays and books before your next assignment. You have a lot of work ahead of you. It can't hurt to let your hair down. If you feel like you're struggling to find friends, if you feel that you're pressured to drink with the ones you have, or even if you're drinking too much, then our door is always open.
With all that going on, that only leaves you 3 Skittles. That's 3 days. So we ask you this, what are you doing to make the most of such little time? Life is too short to squander what you have at university, and you don't want to spend this time worrying about your living situation, your course, money, or your general well-being.
If you're worried about a friend, or have any doubts, questions, or just want to chat, contact the Student Mentor Scheme on 0121 415 8568. Grab a pen and jot it down. The Student Mentor office is located in Shackleton Hall on the Vale. The office is open Monday to Friday, 4 till 8 PM during term time.
We hope you have found this video insightful. We are Guild TV. Thank you for
A massive thank you to everyone at Guild TV who was involved in the making of that video and also to the Mentor Scheme.
So we'd now like to welcome Frankie into the studio, who is the Vice President of Welfare at the Guild of Students. And hopefully, Frankie, can you tell us a little bit about your role?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thanks for having me. The Vice President of Welfare is one of the full-time sabbatical roles. I look after welfare and well-being for all students, for all 30,000 students at the University of Birmingham. What that means on a kind of day-to-day basis for me is that I look after the mentor scheme, which Jack's obviously a part of, the Advice and Representation Centre, and then some of the other kind of welfare background services that you don't see so much that the university run that I kind of help out with. As well as I'm kind of really involved and really interested in all the liberation issues and all those kind of things, and just everything that's well-being and welfare-y. Such a vague description, sorry.
Oh, there's a lot to it.
So can you talk a bit more specifically about how you're involved in the Mentor Scheme?
Sure. So the mentor scheme, like Jack explained, is like peer-to-peer support for everyone. And what I do is there's a staff team that kind of run that, and then the students go out, and the student staff rather go out and talk to students. And it's my role to talk to the university to make sure the university are happy with the service we're providing, and also to just make sure that everything's running smoothly.
What would you say are some of the challenges of the job?
It's a good question. The biggest challenge is that no day is ever the same. People always ask me, oh, so what does your day look like? And it can really vary from today I was sat on a stall on university campus for 2 hours talking about guild elections, and then I was answering emails and I was just doing some admin work. But yesterday I was in back-to-back meetings all day with people, with distressed students to university senior management. It's no day is ever the same.
Speaking of guild elections, could you tell us when the guild elections open?
Absolutely. So the elections period themselves open on the 25th of February and they run for a week and a half through till the results note will be on the 7th of March. Nominations are open at the moment. You can submit your nomination online, you can come into Student Voice, and they close on the 2nd of February.
And how do students vote?
All voting is done online, so when you log on, when elections period open, there'll be a huge banner on the front page of the Guild website saying vote now. We want to get as many people to vote as possible. We really want the Guild to represent what people are doing, what people want us to do, and not just be 7 people sat upstairs making loads of decisions. So please do vote, it really does matter.
Is that something you would support, Jack, in terms of the election process? Students voting and getting involved with that side of things?
Absolutely, and I think having been part of the Guild and so many different parts of it, you can see how the sabbatical officer team are so important. So yeah, absolutely.
That's great. Great information. Thank you both so much for coming along and giving us those kind of insights into what you do.
Thank you.
We're not quite finished with you yet, though, because it wouldn't be an episode of Birmingham Goes Live without a few games. So the first game we're going to play is the categories game.
Okay, so how this works is you'll each take it in turns to name an item in a category. You will get as much time as you want to do it, but if you can't think of an object in that category or a person in the category, you're the loser. Does that make sense? I don't think I explained that very well, but we'll see how it goes.
We'll give you 10 seconds to think of a category. If you can't think of an item in that category for those 10 seconds, then you lose the round.
Okay, so the first category is
British Prime Ministers. in running with the election coming up, I thought British Prime Ministers would be appropriate.
Right, so I'm just going to pick a person. Jack, do you want to start?
David Cameron.
Tony Blair.
Winston Churchill.
Gordon Brown.
Margaret Thatcher.
Clement Attlee.
I don't know these people.
Winston Churchill again.
No, sorry, you can't have a repeated one.
Wasn't he Prime Minister twice?
Okay, we get
No.
5
Was he
seconds,
not?
countdown.
That was the
5.
president.
I don't know.
Oh, there's still time.
2,
The other guy.
1.
No.
I'm sorry,
Okay.
Jack. You lost that round.
Right, we'll do another round to see if we
Just one
can
to Frank. Yeah,
get
Gary, you
even.
can bring it back
Okay, this time we'll do English sweets.
English
in line with the
sweets.
Skittles in the
Okay.
mental video.
Okay, so Frankie, you can start this time.
Okay, rhubarb and custard. Yeah.
Rock.
Yes.
Yeah. Blackjacks.
Why not?
Oh, dip dabs. There's
Very good.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I'm trying to think of like classic English sweets.
Could be anything sold in England.
Anything sold in
Yeah,
England.
confectionery.
Oh,
That's
okay.
so much easier.
Oh, cool.
What in the
Confectionery sold in
category?
England.
Oh, cool. Starburst.
Sherbet lemons. Ooh, Dumbledore's favourite.
Yeah, good shout.
Okay, we're going to have to do a countdown.
5.
Oh God. Skittles.
There we
We
go.
haven't had Skittles yet.
Yeah.
Snickers.
Yeah.
Mars bars.
I think it's English.
Actually, they're on sale in the UK. I've definitely bought them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, is it me? Lion bars. Love a good lion bar.
Yorkie.
Oh no, I'm drawing a blank.
5, 4,
Help.
We're waiting. I'm not helping you out.
1.
Oh,
Very
Time.
good. Are we going to do a
ooh,
tiebreaker?
there is a tiebreaker.
Time fast.
Okay.
This one's thrilling category. There's buildings at the University of Birmingham. So we want the name of
Test
the
of
building,
the-
not the department housed within it.
The name of the building.
The name of the building.
Okay.
Okay.
Right, you ready? Right, Jack. You're up first this time.
The Guild of Students.
Nuffield Centre.
Old Joe.
The Pointing Physics Building.
Aston Webb.
The Arts Building.
Watson Building.
The Library.
Yeah.
Gisbert Cat.
Haworth.
Sure.
The Tower. Muirhead Tower.
Yep.
The Med School.
Barber Institute.
No, we've had that already.
Yeah. 5,
4,
Think about where we are.
3,
We've had the Guild
2.
already.
Damn it.
Are you listening?
Oh, sorry. That was good going
That might be my
though.
fault.
You did
Jack,
a lot.
you
I
take
have
the
to
game.
say.
Oh,
Very
sweet.
good.
Thanks.
Okay, so next up, we're going to take a look at a new segment that Guild TV has got involved with called UOB Talks.
So this is a segment where students are given the opportunity to voice their opinions about significant events that have taken place around the world.
So this week's UOB Talks is about the US terrorism commentator Steve Emerson, who said on Fox News that our very own Birmingham was a Muslim-only city, where non-Muslims don't go. Let's take a look at what you had to say.
UOB Talks, the show that asks you your opinion on today's pressing issues. On this episode, we'll be talking about Fox News' amazing fact-checking. Okay, easy question. Do you think that Steve Emerson was right in saying that Birmingham was a no-go zone for non-Muslims?
No, completely not.
No, not at all.
No.
Well, last time I checked, I wasn't a Muslim, so no.
Well, as a Jew, I highly disagree with that.
Well, as a non-Muslim who has been in Birmingham for the last 22 years, no.
Why do you think he said this?
Probably because he's a pundit for Fox News and is wildly misinformed, especially about British culture.
I think it must have just been a slow news day and run out of things to say and thought he could.
Because he is a racist white man. It's very simple. He wants to support Islamophobia. It supports his agenda of protecting white men, of getting the kind of people that watch Fox News, getting them excited, getting them happy, because they love anything that's to do with demonising Muslims and making them look like the bad guys. He's never been to Birmingham. A lot of people in America will only have heard of Birmingham in reference to Birmingham, Alabama. They won't know, so it's just quite a nice example for him to throw out. I imagine he probably didn't think it would get picked up by people in Birmingham.
I guess Birmingham does have quite a large Muslim society here. So maybe he just sort of took a general stereotype of what he thought it was like, but I'm not really sure considering there's such a vast culture of people here.
Well, he's probably just a narrow-minded individual, because, I mean, if he was aware of the diversity and the richness in culture that we see in Birmingham, that I've seen to be so prevalent since I've been in Birmingham, then he wouldn't make such ignorant statements, so yeah.
Do you think that news stations should be able to have opinions or be able to say these kind of things?
Well, these kind of things definitely not. Obviously, you can't say things that are incorrect factually.
Yeah, otherwise they wouldn't be very interesting to watch. I think that it's perfectly legitimate for a news station to have a certain take on the news.
Yeah, I do think they should be able to be this opinionated. And the converse to that is that people should be allowed to be angry about it afterwards. That's it, simple, free speech.
I know there's a lot recently being said about freedom of speech, etc., etc. I feel that it's for us to assume that there should be that freedom of speech should be embraced in an absolute sense.
Well, it's not an opinion, it's an incorrect fact, so no, it's just spreading lies.
And with presidential hopeful Bobby Jindal using the no-go zone stories in his speeches, do you think that Fox News has too much influence on politics in America?
I'm not too aware of the situation in America. I do know that, from what I've seen with Fox News, I do know that they're quite controversial.
I don't know enough about Fox News and politics in America, but they shouldn't be using incorrect facts.
I think he's probably as stupid, if not more stupid, than, can't remember his name, the Fox News presenter, because he should have checked the facts out as well, and he shouldn't just take for granted that everything that is said on the news is factually accurate.
I think it definitely has too much influence on politics in America. Even though it's one of the stations with the lowest approval ratings of all of the news stations in America, it still has a lot of influence over voters.
I guess in that sense, maybe yes, but I think it's just one isolated story that you kind of have to look at the whole, like every story they do almost, to see how much of an influence they have.
Steve Emerson's apologised and Fox News retracted it a few times and they donated some money to Children's Hospital. Do you think this is enough?
No, but I wouldn't expect anything else. I'm actually quite surprised they even did that, to be honest. Ideally, I'd love it if Fox News just stopped existing, or even better scenario, if they just stopped being massively racist. That would be absolutely lovely.
It probably reached a lot of people. I don't think just an apology is enough.
Like, officially, that's all that they have to do, probably, but I think that if you actually want to change opinion and general understanding of the Muslim population in Britain, they need to do more.
Yeah, it's difficult to completely wipe away what he's done, but it would make the best of a bad situation.
I guess it's a start, but I don't know if I'd say it's enough, but I also don't know what else he could do.
I don't think it's enough, but I think it's a start, and hopefully it's just something that they can learn from, and yeah.
Thank you very much for all those who took part in this week's episode of UOB Talks. If you would like to see other episodes of UOB Talks, then please visit our website at www.guildtv.co.uk. You can check out our YouTube channel, GuildTV, or follow us on Twitter. The most recent episode was on Charlie Hebdo, and if you'd like to find out more about that, then check into Burn FM, where...
Yes. Check out the topics on Burn FM tonight, 7 till 8 p.m.
Okay, so you're probably wondering why we've got one of our guests blindfolded, and that is because we're going to play another game. This time, Jack will paint something blindfolded onto a whiteboard, we'll draw actually, and Frankie is going to guess what that's going to be.
So can we call in our glamorous assistant, Rob, with the whiteboard, please?
I'm scared of the dark, Anthony.
Okay, so the whiteboard is here, and I will give you a pen. If you can reach out for that.
Can I have 2 pens?
I mean, if you think that'll
Go on,
help.
let's roll with 2 pens. Can you take... Yeah.
Yeah, so the lids
Where's
are
the
off.
ink?
The lids are already off.
It's open.
Ah,
Yeah, right. And I've told you what you're going to draw.
Yes.
Okay,
Now,
you've got...
And the whiteboard is 10.
There we go.
Good assistance. We're going to give you 2 minutes, is that correct?
Yes, 2 minutes.
Okay.
So, on your marks, get set, go.
Join up.
Go.
Oh, now where is it? Hang on, I can measure and everything. That's all I've got.
Okay, I think I know what this is. Is it
Yeah.
Old Joe?
Yes.
Yes! Really good.
Don't rub it
sketch.
off, can I see it?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that! That's so good. Even if I say to myself, right, okay.
Okay,
Good work.
next one's slightly harder.
Yeah.
Are you ready? Do you
Um,
want to feel for the whiteboard again?
yeah, I don't think that's going to help.
Okay, on your marks, get set, go.
Oh, hang on, she's got a...
Oh, yes, it's coming together.
Yeah, it's good. I can
That's
see
a
what it
lie,
is.
isn't it? Now, hang on, this is... yes, there is this... Which one's the blue one?
Yeah, left hand.
Okay, that's good.
Very artistic.
Surely you've got it now.
Got any
I've
ideas,
got
Frankie?
it, but I kind of want you to finish drawing.
It's funny watching.
Go on, Frankie, let's
It's a
hear it.
mermaid.
But of course, that was amazing.
That was really good.
Very well done.
Beautiful representation.
Thank you.
That's
was great fun.
fantastic.
Can I take
Okay.
this off now?
Yes, you
Thank you very
can.
much.
I'll take these back
Brilliant.
from you. Okay, so after that lovely artistic drawing, we would just like to say a massive thank you both again for joining us on the show.
Thank you.
Oh, thanks for having us.
You're very welcome. So now we're going to be handing you over to our very own Holly, who will be taking you through a guide of what's been going on in Birmingham this week.
It's back to the grindstone. Christmas is over and another term begins, but let's not be downhearted when there's so much that we can look forward to this term. With that, let's take a look at what's happening this week at Birmingham. Everybody loves an evening of merriment, so keep your eyes and ears peeled for Voices 8. They'll be performing at the Barber Institute on the 21st at 7:30. They'll be exploring works from Rachmaninoff to the brilliance of the Rat Pack and many other musicals. So, guess I'll see you there. But if you are in the mood for something a little more dramatic, then why not check out the National Theatre's new live stream of Polly Finley's play Treasure Island, starring Arthur Darvill. It's a family-friendly, adventurous pirate story packed with laughs and fun. It'll be streamed at your local Cineworld on the 22nd at 7 p.m. And remember, you are never too old to enjoy some swashbuckling action. Don't pretend. Now, between you and me, Queen is back. Mercury, the ultimate Queen tribute band, is performing at the new Alexander Theatre on the 24th. The show includes all of Queen's greatest hits for £22.50. The show starts at 7:30. You'd be a fool to miss it. It's the worst kept secret in Guild TV. So far, we've presented you with a variety of tantalising opportunities, but for you rock fans out there, we have another. The Rock Spectacular Return to the Forbidden Planet is coming to the new Alexander Theatre on the 26th. The show begins at 7:30, so please visit the theatre's website for more information. And finally, we have saved the best to last. The international diva, Jessie J, is coming to the O2 Academy on the 27th. seriously. I am so happy about this. Tickets cost £36. And on that bombshell, back to you in the studio.
So thank you, Holly, and thanks to all you at home watching our show. All that's left to do now is for me to say to Autumn, take it away.
There we go. Thank you. I'm Autumn Evans, and this is one of my original songs. It's called The Smell of Rain. Hazing days, plait my hair, swing it over my shoulder. Smell of rain, and in that light I can see mama's getting older. Grey clouds swinging low along the skyline. It's when I hear it. What you gonna do when you get older? When you get older, oh, yeah. Jackie boy, you know it's funny how the question's always the same. Laid on my back, just searching for the answer in a daisy chain. But the music's on, turn it up, do it right. This is all we've got. This is what it means to feel alive. Feel alive, oh, yeah. You know what it means. Another summer rolling in the long grass. Close your eyes, hanging upside down from the washing line. All speakers on, feeling fine. This is the summer of '89, but the clock tick-tocks and it's bringing us back. Polaroid smiles and the camera flash again. Rewind, you gotta face the facts. We ain't the young ones, no, no. You're not anymore, Jake. Not anymore, Jake. Yeah. Vodka chaser, I'm getting braver. Pour me another and I'll catch it later. Skipping rope, hold it close. Small memento of childhood hope. Dandelion wishes on a broken chain. Do you remember the smell of rain? When did it get this way? Become this way, oh yeah. Scrub up nice, straighten your tie. Don't give it away with your big blue eyes. Train commuter, your own computer. Little footprints where your businessmen choose. Where hourglass keeps sliding away. Time just disperses and fades. I'm coming around again. Coming around again, oh. Yeah, you know what it means. Another summer rolling in the long grass. Close your eyes, hanging upside down from the washing line. All speakers on, feeling fine. This is the summer of '89, but the clock tick-tocks and it's bringing us back. Polaroid smiles and the camera flash again. Rewind, you gotta face the facts. We ain't the young ones, no, no. You're not anymore, Jay. Not anymore, Jay. Yeah.